Then they ran into San Francisco, and that Pierre Thomas fumble that should have been a penalty at the one changed the whole complexity of that game. And the Saints have never gained back that tenacious power that they had as a team where teams were scared to play them. And we've got to, not saying we can get back to that, but you look at Dallas and New England. Teams know you're going to be in for a match against these teams. Teams know if you go into Green Bay, you're going to be in for a match against Aaron Rodgers. They are no longer afraid to come to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, where the Saints are at best over the last 3 years, 4-4 at home. You are an absolutely, what are you, 12-12 at home. There's no way on earth we should be losing 12 games at home. We should not be losing this many games in that wonderful venue that we play. And these are the things that the Saints must right the ship. If they ever want to get back to the playoffs, if they ever want to get back to the Super Bowl, and if they ever want Coach Payton and Drew Brees to remain with this team, because sooner or later the people are going to get frustrated, as you see, and then they're going to stop showing up for the games.
Yeah, well said. Well, Professor, man, I just wanted to just get your thoughts on this question that has been behind the scenes being talked about by some fans. I know there was a question about Mike Tomlin being a great coach by Terry Bradshaw, and he came out to say some pretty disparaging things against Tomlin. At least Tomlin got them to a couple Super Bowls, so and has won one and has have winning records. So
yeah, I wish people would call up serious, and I'm saying this to all the listeners and to all of the athletes that listen to this broadcast, because I know some of you do. Please, sir, ma'am, you are allowing the spirit of social media. It is now taking over our society with negativity and comments about people. If you don't have anything good to say about someone, please think before you talk. Please don't go over the airwaves and belittle someone. Don't go over there and do that. Now, it's one thing if you're commenting on the game and maybe a player didn't play well, then you just say, well, I noticed John Doe dropped a lot of passes. I'm concerned about his play. But to start getting into insulting people and saying he's not a great coach and all of this stuff, and then you get tit for tat going back, and he couldn't spell cat if the vowel was given to him. These are grown men. You all are grown men, and to be carrying on like this in the media, you're allowing the media to manipulate you. And that's what the media does. So please, people, do not bring the social media spirit of just saying all kinds of negative things about people now. And I noticed that with a lot of athletes now, a lot of Twitter, a lot of stuff is going on in these social media that people are, talking negative about another person. That is not professional. That is simply not professional. Kyle will tell you with me, I don't do a lot of social media except for if it's regarding to Saints News Radio or if someone wants to have an intelligent conversation, because, number one, I do not have the time to get embarked upon negative conversations with people. It does not add any value at all. We don't have to do this. And I noticed that now this stuff is spreading so to the media. It's on all of the radio shows, everything. You got people just saying all kinds of stuff publicly. We saw what happened with Mark Ingram. We saw what happened with Brandon Cooks this year. I'm talking to the younger fellas now, the millenniums. That is not the way to say you go and talk to a man face to face and you two work it out privately, and then you come out as teammates hugging each other, and nobody needs to know what you guys resolved, how you resolved it, and what happened. But this public disparaging words and comments I'm hearing from people, from older cats, younger cats, middle-aged cats, that this is not good. This stuff has got to stop, because it's not helping or doing anything but giving the devil victory and creating gossip and frivolous friction and strife, which ultimately will destroy all of us if we don't learn to get along.
Good point. All right. Well, guys, continue to still have a good holiday season. Enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow we're not going to be on the air because I am celebrating my birthday with my family. Yeah. And Thank you, Doc. And we will be back next week, same time, same back channel. This is Kyle T with the professor.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Happy 2007. Be safe out there. Be wise in making some good decisions, especially if you're going to drink. Do not drive. Call
No
Lyft.
driving. Get Uber.
Get Uber. Or call Derek. He'll drive you. So
you in for a treat with that.
All right. This is Kyle T. Mosley of Saints News Radio. You guys have a great one. Take care. Who dat?
God bless. KT, I'm going to call you back later.
All right. Later.